engineer major with a focus in mechanical engineering. He is from Fort Wayne. When Evan finishes this year, he will go on to Notre Dame as part of the 3-2 engineering program. Evan was a participant and a captain in men's tennis. He was a math and physics tutor. He served as an RA in Mangus and is one of the founding members of the Bethel Conservatives Club. He was the freshman engineering student of the year when he was a freshman. He received the REU internship at Notre Dame last year, and currently he is pursuing an internship at Ultra Defense Incorporated. His favorite memories at Bethel was beating Oakwood in the Oakwood-Mangus football game last year, as well as hanging out with teammates at team dinners and band rides. But I want to tell you about one of my favorite memories with Evan. I remember when we were freshmen together fall year, and we're walking back, I think from the AC. We were right at the road before you cross to get into Oakwood. And we were having this conversation, we were both just dead. We were tired, we were playing athletics, and I looked at him and I said, Evan, I'm almost tempted to jump in front of this car that's coming by right here. I mean, just imagine, maybe I'll break my leg, I go to the hospital, but I don't have to go to practice, I can get my homework done, it'll be great. I was joking. Evan wasn't. and so Evan became the student that broke his leg during Dude Week the next semester. It took him a little while to think that over, but that's what he became. The above accolades and achievements that I just listed represent a very incomplete list of what Evan Roth has accomplished here at Bethel, and it's my intention to briefly set the record straight. Evan is a kind, thoughtful, freakishly smart, and surprisingly virtuous conservative who remains one of the greatest men and strongest leaders I have ever had the pleasure to work with or know. As a student, Evan is dedicated to the quality of his work, regardless of the price such quality demands. You may overhear him jesting about his inability to understand some obscenely complex physical problem, but I have never known Evan to give up on a problem, or a person for that matter. And he represents one of the few engineers whose bridge I would willingly drive across. As a leader, Evan has always lived out the core principle of a Christian community, the idea that it is through mutual respect that arises from loving and authentic relationships that others can be led. Whether it was on the tennis court, in the dorm, as a tutor, or in the political sphere, Evan was and is a leader people are compelled to follow because they desperately desire the quality of the life Evan himself lives and shares with others. As a friend, Evan is steadfast, empathetic, and trustworthy beyond belief. No matter how much work he needed to get finished, how little sleep he was getting, or how stressed he may be by the rigors of chasing yellow balls around the tennis court, the door to Evan's room is always open for his friends. You may need to spend an hour bemoaning the struggles of your own life, or reconvince yourself that all conservatives are not as clueless as they sometimes act, or you might just need a quick ride up the street to get food. But having done all these things myself, I can attest that Evan is always willing to drop his own problems to accommodate your own. He is the friend we all wish we had, the leader we cannot help but admire, and a person we would all do well to emulate. And I'll always consider myself honored to have spent the last 3 years with such an outstanding individual.